What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a preview of the game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. Rightio, let's roll my original preview video of this game. Let's save me some time. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the preview of the game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. That's right, match day number 7 in the Premier League. It's second playing third. The only two unbeaten teams left. I'm just kidding. This is the rearranged preview, though, of the game from September. The game's finally here. It was postponed due to the Queen passing away in the UK. Now taking place Thursday, 19th of January 2023, with an 8 PM GMT kickoff time. It's City taking on Spurs. Both teams suffered Derby Day defeats at the weekend, and both teams need to respond here. It's going to be a cold one if you are going, though. -1 forecast overnight. We've already had some snow here in the northwest in England as well. So if you are going like me, make sure you do wrap up well. If you want to watch this game on TV, then the game is live on Sky Sports if you wanted to watch in the UK. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, subscribe to my channel. That would be much appreciated. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Leave a thumbs up. 100 likes once more is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Finally, this video is sponsored, like all my previews for this season. It's brought to you by BetMate, who are running a pot for this week's pot, which is worth £750, £5 entry fee. Go and use code JSGC10 at sign up. You'll get £10 in free bets, and you can enter this pot for free. BetMate is a free app to download. You can use it much like fantasy football. It's all good fun. I've enjoyed using it. Go and check it out. Links and details there in the description, and I'll speak more about BetMate in a bit. So, preview. Tottenham Hotspur lost to Arsenal on Sunday by 2-0. Had a day's less rest than Manchester City. Not in great form. They've won 2 in 5 since returning from the World Cup. Against Crystal Palace, 4-0 away from home. They won in the Premier League and also beat Portsmouth in the FA Cup at home by 1-0. They did lose at home to Aston Villa 2-0, drew away against Brentford 2-2, and lost against Arsenal as well. At home, which was by 2-0. So pressure on to Tottenham Hotspur and pressure on Antonio Conte as well. Now, the encouragement I'm taking from that Arsenal game that Tottenham played is Arsenal managed to play their way around Spurs, created opportunities, clinical in front of goal, and it was helped by some Tottenham Hotspur mistakes, including that first goal through the mistake from Hugo Lloris. So it should give Manchester City some confidence here that you can find ways in and around Tottenham Hotspur. You can create opportunities, and as long as you are clinical, you can beat them. Now, Spurs were much tighter second half. Arsenal couldn't break them down as well to add to their tally. The game had already gone away from them, though. I think the bigger concern for Spurs is they've scored just 1 goal in 2 games. They're in a little rut, just like Manchester City are. Now, in terms of dangers for Tottenham Hotspur, obviously Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. Kane sits deep, pings balls over the high line, and we really struggled with that last season. So to counter it, for once, I'm actively encouraging Manchester City to go with 2 players in defensive midfield, a little bit more support for Rodri. Now, I would go with Joao Cancelo and go with a 3 at the back, as long as one of that back 3 is Kyle Walker, to deal with any potential pace from players like Heung-min Son. So I'd have Cancelo dropping into defensive midfield to sit alongside Rodri. When we're not on the ball, when we are on the ball, it can drop into a back 2 with Walker potentially, and Cancelo allowed to push forward a bit further. And if that's the case, that they break, Kyle Walker's got the pace to get back. Cancelo can sit alongside Rodri, and we can tighten up from there. A lot does depend, though, on the injury of Kevin De Bruyne as to how Man City's formation will look in midfield, as to whether it'll be Gundogan or Bernardo Silva potentially that will take over that role and sit a little bit deeper or push further ahead we'll have to wait and see. Could see Rico Lewis potentially starting this game, and if that is the case, then he could slot into defensive midfield alongside Rodri. Cancelo doesn't start, and Kyle Walker again goes in a 3-man back 3. So we'll see. Now, I'm expecting Tottenham to line up pretty similar to this. So Lloris in goal, the back 3 of them, of Romero, Dyer, and potentially Lenglet, or could be Ben Davies. Right wing back will be Doherty. Left wing back will either be Ivan Perisic or Sessegnon. In midfield, it will be Basuma, Hojbjerg, and then further ahead will be Kulusevski and Heung-min Son, with Harry Kane starting up top, and he will drop deeper. Now, other options from the bench, got players like Davinson Sanchez, Skip, Brian Gill, Sarr, Emerson Royale, Fraser Forster, Richarlison. Richarlison, I didn't really like his attitude from the last game. I wouldn't, if I was Conte, be starting him in this game, because I don't think he deserves, quite frankly, to start this game. But overall, a decent team. Conte's an organised, dynamic, passionate manager. And for City to pick up points here and City to win this game, City must absolutely 100% be on it at all times. This is a big game, and I cannot stress enough how important this game is for Manchester City to win this game, get back on track for our match against Wolves on Sunday at home. 2 home games here, 2 wins, and we can stop looking over our shoulder at a potential top 4 place and start looking at keeping Manchester United at bay and start focusing on Arsenal. The last thing City want is to drop points here and be looking over our shoulder, because City end up losing this game. Manchester City, it's not in danger, but Man City certainly, I'm sure, will be concerned about a top 4 finish. So Manchester City needs to be absolutely on it, and this rut needs to end sooner rather than later. And if City are serious about winning the Premier League, they need to get a row of wins to get going, really, for Manchester City, and we've just not had that as of yet in this season. So I cannot stress how important this game is. Arsenal aren't playing again until City have played these 2 games, so this 8-point gap, win them both at home, and I expect Manchester City to be winning our home game 2 points behind Arsenal before they play in a difficult match against Manchester United, where ideally you'd probably want to draw in both them teams dropping some points. Even a Manchester United win might put them hot on the tails of us, but Arsenal dropping points would then just be 2 points behind them, having played a game more, and you'd rather have the points than games in hand. So get the job done, and before we do end up going into 2 games against Arsenal that we've got coming up pretty soon, and we can get the wins going, and that needs to start here. Now, I want a response from Manchester City. I want our players to be angry after that Manchester United defeat at Old Trafford by 2-1. I want that Rashford offside which left Fernandes scoring. I want City to right them wrongs. I want City to feel wronged. I want them to show some passion in this game. I want them to take their anger out on Tottenham Hotspur. They beat us twice last year. There's no better way to respond from you feeling robbed than to go out there and really take the game to Tottenham Hotspur. And I'm not just talking about taking the lead or scoring 1 or 2 goals. I'm talking about making a statement. Going out there 4, 5, 6 goals, because City are capable of doing that. They look frustrated, and that frustration needs to be taken out on somebody, and it needs to be out of our system sooner rather than later, and I see no better time than to do it in this game. And to do that, we need to attack and move, lots of movement, lots of energy, and really show some passion and go down fighting. No fear. Passion needed, leadership on the pitch needed, and the good news is we've got a couple of leaders, John Stones, Ruben Diaz returning back to training as well, and could well be in contention to start in this game. I want to see a bit of passion for clean sheets as well. We used to see John Stones, Ruben Diaz high-fiving, hugging each other when they did a good block or winning an aerial challenge. I want that passion back from Manchester City. Get that morale up. Nothing gets morale up like praise, and the players don't need to be afraid of praising each other. Make it known when one of the players has done something really well, and really show they are a unit, they are a team, and they're ready to launch a title challenge from here for the second half of the season. Now, the fans can get behind the team. I want a good atmosphere at the Etihad. It's going to be hard with a rearranged match, still charging weekend prices for a Thursday night game in the middle of January. People don't have a lot of money, and it's absolutely Baltic out there. But I don't want that to affect the players. I want the fans that are there to make some noise, really get behind the lads, and make the Etihad feel really like our home. We don't want it to be flat. We want a top electric atmosphere. Get behind the players and kick on from there. Now, in terms of team news for Manchester City, Diaz and Stones are back. probably both won't start in this game. We may see one start, if not, might see neither start and end up coming off the bench instead. De Bruyne didn't train yesterday. However, it has been confirmed by Jack Gorham that Manchester City is still hoping to have De Bruyne available in the squad, so it doesn't look like it's a serious injury, but I am awaiting further clarification from Pep Guardiola on that. Now, my team prediction, I'm going to pop that up for you now. I'm going for Ederson in goal, back three, Walker, Akanji and Laporte. I'm going with Cancelo to sit alongside Rodri. We'll see Bernardo, Silva and Gundogan sitting in midfield if De Bruyne is not fit to go. Mahrez on the right-hand side, Grealish on the left-hand side, and I'm going for Haaland through the middle. Foden and Alvarez options up top. Foden could be utilised in the middle as well if needed to be, and I did like seeing that against Chelsea, so I wouldn't rule that out either. Kalvin Phillips, another option from the bench. Stones, Diaz, Lewis, Gomez, all defensive options for Manchester City, along with Ortega, Moreno in goal should anything happen to Ederson. Now, my heart's telling me 3-0 Manchester City. We're going to go out there and make that statement. However, my head's telling me this is going to be a very close, very narrow game, and Tottenham Hotspur always seem to do very well from us, and I wouldn't rule out a 1-1 or a 2-2, but I do think this will be a both teams to score, and I can see shots coming in from Spurs, and I can see Spurs being quite open as well, so I don't think either team's going to sit very tight. I think both teams will try and be patient. I don't think there'll be too many shots, but I do think there'll be clinicalness shown in front of goal. Now, what I do want to see is City having more than one shot and having some creativity out there as well. That is an absolute must. Now, in terms of betting tips, I'm going for Heung-min Son, always seems to score past us, so for him to score any time. I'm going for Kyle Walker, yellow card any time against his former team, and I'm going for Hojbjerg, yellow card any time as well. As I said before, both teams to score, I think, is a cert as well for this game. Now, moving on to today's video sponsor, BetMate, £750 pot. Remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up for £10 in free bets. You can join this pot for free. Links and details there in the description. My team for this pot, though, is Lloris in goal, because I think neither keeper is going to keep clean sheets, and I think Lloris will be the busier of the two goalkeepers, so he'll make more saves. I've gone with Akanji and Walker as my two defenders, Rodri and De Bruyne as my two midfielders. If De Bruyne isn't fit to start in this game, I'll change that round, and I'll put Bernardo Silva in instead, and I'll stick with Bernardo or De Bruyne to be my vice-captain, and I'm going for Son up front along with Captain Erling Haaland. I've got to. Now, do remember, you have until 5 minutes before kick-off to make any changes to your team, so don't let any rotation catch you out. I'm at the game, so my bench, I've gone for a strong bench because it might be needed if I cannot get signal inside the stadium. So I've got Ederson in goal, Perisic, my defender, Hojbjerg, as well on the bench in midfield, and Harry Kane as my attacker on the bench. Now, first place in this pot is paying £225. Pot is live for you to go and join. It's £5 entry fee. Come and challenge me, and let's have some fun on BetMate. Remember, it is much like fantasy football, so if you're good at fantasy football, you will be good at BetMate as well. It's worthwhile checking out. You can go and download the app. The link is in the description, and remember, use my link as it does help to support the future content created here on my channel. It's a free app to download, and BetMate is available to anyone in the UK who is 18 years old or over, and do remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up for £10 in free bets. Finally, do remember, if you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. Now, let's go. I want a response here from Manchester City. Be mad and go and get even from us being wronged in the Manchester derby at the weekend. So there we go. That has been the video. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Much appreciated. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Very close to 28k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links. They're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details there in the description, and go and join the pot for this game. And I'll be back again tomorrow for another Manchester City video. No watch along, but I will be doing a match vlog as I will be at the game. If you see me at the Etihad, feel free to come and say hello. So I'll see you all again very soon for that. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. Very quick note, as I'm editing this up, Pep Guardiola has confirmed Kevin De Bruyne good to go for this game. Good news.